Hey everyone, welcome back to Dunk Talk. So, it's looking like Bronny James and his NBA draft stock is reaching an all-time high. Now, nothing has been stated in the news as far as which college he's deciding to attend later this year, but many people within the collegiate league and the NBA believe that Bronny will declare for the 2024 NBA draft after his freshman season. Now, there's this guy named Jonathan Giovanni who is a draft expert for ESPN, and he stated recently that we should expect Bronny's name to be called in the top 10 of his draft class. Now, guys, I haven't looked into the college prospects going into the 2024 season, but for this draft expert to state that where he sees Bronny's landing spot in the top 10, I mean, that says a lot. Either it says Bronny is an elite basketball player worthy of a top 10 pick, or him being LeBron's son may have elevated his stock because teams know wherever his son goes, that's where LeBron will go. Or it could possibly even mean both. But usually, as you guys probably know, the top 10 picks go to the teams that perform the worst the season beforehand. So this would explain why his draft capital could be so high, so that LeBron would also join that so-called worst team. Now, most recruiting services have labeled Bronny to be ranked near the top 30 in the high school class of 2023, and that's with ESPN placing him at the 28th spot and 247 Sports placing him at the 33 spot. But this Giovanni guy thinks otherwise. He said in a statement that Bronny has earned his spot in the lottery conversations with a significant jump that he has made at Sierra Canyon in Chatsworth, California this season, and he's developing into an arguably really solid perimeter defender in his high school class while making strides in his perimeter shooting and playmaking ability. Giovanni has also said that Bronny's physical development, athleticism, and defensive instincts are among the traits that have already caught the eyes of NBA scouts and decision makers. But in my personal opinion, this Giovanni guy might not actually be wrong, because Bronny's improvement recently at Sierra Canyon did earn him a selection into the McDonald's All-American game on March 28th and the Nike Hoop Summit on April 8th. And normally you don't make those selections unless you actually have some pretty solid talent, regardless of who your father might be or what affiliations you might have. So, going back to the college conversation, Bronny hasn't made any public statements about which college he might attend, but recent reports are indicating that he might commit to either between Ohio State, Oregon, or USC. Now, the signing period for college basketball doesn't open until April 12th this year, and it lasts through May 17th. So realistically speaking, that means that his official letter of intent to confirm his decision might not actually come until the second half of May. Now, as for Bronny's NBA scouting report, he is listed as a 6'3", 18-year-old weighing 190 pounds. He already has good size when you consider that LeBron is 6'8", and it's probably safe to assume that Bronny will grow even more by the time he actually enters the draft process. Bronny doesn't necessarily have the wingspan that his father has, but he does use his lateral quickness and his strength to his advantage on the defensive end, shutting off opposing drives with ease. As for timing, this is a perfect situation for LeBron. Bronny will enter college this year. He will elect for the 2024 draft, and 2024 is the final year that LeBron will be playing with the Lakers as well. So, as soon as Bronny signs to an NBA team, I think we all believe that LeBron will just join that team to play with his son. He'll be the first guy to win 4 championships, maybe even more, be the all-time scoring leader, and play with his son on the same team before retirement. That's a pretty cool NBA dynasty, if you ask me.